For more than 3 decades, the U.S. and Egypt have had a strong alliance, but tonight that relationship is on shaky ground following Egypt's decision to try 19 Americans on unspecified charges. The Americans, including the son of Cabinet Secretary Ray LaHood, are barred now from leaving Egypt. Senior White House correspondent Norah O'Donnell is tracking developments tonight in Washington. Norah, good evening.
Good evening, Jeff. And the Obama administration says tonight that they are deeply concerned about these reports, and they are urging the Egyptian government to change course or risk more than $1 billion in American aid.
As protests in Cairo continued for the 4th straight day, an Egyptian judge announced his intent to prosecute 43 workers from non-governmental organizations, including 19 Americans. The charges are still unclear, but it's part of a government investigation into international pro-democracy and human rights groups, blaming them for the unrest plaguing Egypt nearly a year after President Hosni Mubarak was ousted. Over the past few months, the Egyptian government has been cracking down on NGOs. In December, Egyptian security forces carried out 17 raids, brandishing guns, taking files, and confiscating cash. Among those hit was the International Republican Institute, where Sam LaHood, son of Transportation Secretary Ray LaHood, is an employee.
Are you concerned about your future safety?
Reached today by phone, Sam LaHood declined to comment. But he and at least 4 of his colleagues have been banned from leaving the country. Charles Dunn is the Middle East director at Freedom House, a pro-democracy group whose employees have also been targeted.
This is a thin veneer of a legal investigation over what's really a political smear campaign.
He says if civil organizations like his can't operate freely, it calls into question the future of democracy in Egypt.
I'm very worried about the future of the country when they're shutting down Egyptian and American NGOs that are involved, after all, in trying to do the very things that the military says it wants to do.
This is a totally judicial issue.
Today, Egypt's foreign minister tried to distance his government from the investigation, saying it was the judicial authority and not military leaders who pursued the case. Stephen Cook with the Council on Foreign Relations says despite claims to the contrary, the charges have obvious political motivations.
Clearly, the military authorities and civilian leaders in Egypt are not telling the truth when they say they want to lay the groundwork for democracy.
Now, this crackdown on Americans could have far-reaching consequences. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has personally warned Egyptian officials that if they do not change course, if they continue this investigation, it could jeopardize $1.5 billion in American aid to Egypt this year.
Norah O'Donnell at the White House. Norah, thank you.